Do you want to make a gift for somebody that loves Minecraft? Well, today we're going to make this Minecraft-inspired soap. Here's the creeper and here's the pig. Let's go! I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day I had enough, so I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now, I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then, sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. This is a very simple coconut oil soap. If you're a greenie and a beginner and you want to give it a try, this is the perfect recipe. First, I'm going to show you all the equipment and the ingredients, and then we'll get started. The safety equipment you'll need for today is going to be a long sleeve shirt, protective gloves, goggles for your eyes, a breathing mask because it does make fumes, and vinegar. Just in case you get some of the mixture on you, you wash it off with the vinegar. It will neutralize it. These are all the supplies you're going to need to make your soap. We'll start with the spoons. Make sure it's a stainless steel, plastic, or silicone spoon. Nothing else. The scale is really, really important to invest in if you want to make really good soap. Make sure you get the scale. That way your bars will come out perfect every single time, which is, really important. I have a little plastic scraper, which is handy if you have to scrape some soap. A thermometer, which is very important also if you want your bars to come out good and consistent. And it does make it easier to make the bars of soap because when it's at the right temperature, you mix it together, you stir, it just makes it so much easier. And then this little mixer isn't necessary, but it's super handy. If you feel like you have an itch to make soap and it might become a hobby or a little business, go ahead and invest in one of these. It's well worth it. They're not very expensive and it just makes your soap making more enjoyable. And then you're gonna need some buckets to stir your soap in. And I use the smaller ones for different colors if I want to do different colored soap. You just scoop a little bit into a smaller container, put some coloring in it, mix it, and you can make two-tone soap. You're going to need some towels and you're going to need some cardboard cutouts. And the reason you need those is you're going to cover your molds with it when we're done at the last step. So get some pieces of cardboard cut out to fit the top of your molds. And then we have a variety of molds, but you're going to need some silicone molds. Again, if you feel like you really, really like soap and you're into it, the molds aren't that expensive and it does make the soap way, way nicer, especially if you think you're going to try and sell it or even if give it away as gifts. You don't have to. You can use a cardboard box as a mold lined with a trash bag, a plastic trash bag. You can, but the molds are fun, not that expensive, and it just makes the bars really, really nice. Also, you're going to need the plastic needle point where you can buy at the craft section of most, department stores. This is what you're going to set your soap on to cure at the final stage. You can purchase most of these things on Amazon, and I put a link in the description below. Here are all the ingredients you're going to need to make our simple, fun soap recipe today. You're going to need the lye, distilled water, and the full container of coconut oil. We also have some coloring over here and the different little stainless steel cups to mix up a small amount of each. And today we're going to be using cedar wood oil. It's 0.33 ounces. I love the cedar wood. Also, I need a little stick. You can use a popsicle stick and cut it off as a little wedge scooper. You'll see. All these things you can buy on Amazon, and the link is in the description below. Okay, I have all my safety equipment on. It's a little awkward, but anyway, we're gonna get going here. We're gonna do 24.25 ounces of distilled water. So I'm gonna start pouring this in here. Don't forget, you want it absolutely exact. 24.25. Don't forget to tare your scale when you put a big bucket or something on there. All right, next we're gonna do the lye. Don't forget to re-tare the scale when you put on a new container to measure. We need 9.7 ounces of lye. Okay, 9.7, I'm almost there. I go slow so I don't have to try to put it back. There we go, 9.7. All right, I'm gonna dump it in the water right away because this takes quite a while to cool down. So I'm going to dump that right in there and be very careful when you do it. You don't want it to splash. The lye crystals kind of stick. So I'm going to stir this up now. Now this is the stinky fumy part that you really need your mask so you don't breathe it. We're going to mix this until it's clear, all the crystals are dissolved. Then we're going to set it aside and just let it cool down to 100 degrees. Okay, now we're going to dump the oil into the big bucket here that we're going to be mixing in. It's the entire container, 54 ounces. No measuring of the oil. It makes it so nice and easy. All right, let me see the temperature. And it is 100 degrees, so it's time. We're gonna mix the lye and water in with the oil. So obviously be careful when you're pouring, but just pour it in there. Nice and easy. Now we're just gonna stir this with the spoon, and we're gonna just get it stirred up a bit before I start using the electric mixer. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this just for a few seconds with this electric mixer, and then I'm gonna separate it and do the two different colors I'm doing. Alrighty, so that's mixed enough. I'm gonna dump half of this in here. Doesn't have to be perfect. So just about like that. Let me see. Now I'm gonna put green coloring in here and pink coloring in here. Green is for the creeper, so we're gonna make this green. Not too dark though. And then the adorable pink is for the pig. So we're gonna dump the pink in there for the little pig. Let's see, we wanna get it all. Looks like it's all of it. We're gonna dump the whole envelope. It's not that much, so. Okay, so we're gonna stir this up now until it reaches trace. So we'll save that one for the white. We need black, and we're gonna need brown. Okay, so over here we have three small containers we're gonna use for black, brown, and white soap to do the faces on these. Doesn't have to. I wanna bring them both to trace at the same time. What a nice color pink this is. Very nice color pink. And these colors are not very dark, so I can just go back and forth with my mixer. So I'm gonna put some black in this one. So I'm gonna mix that up. And there's the brown. What you wanna do is mix it slower so it comes to trace slower so you have time to do all this. You have time to fiddle with the colors. I'm gonna leave these here after I gave them all a good stir. And I'm gonna go back to my main soap and get my molds ready. I'm also gonna put the essential oil in, so I'm gonna do half and half. Scented soap is very nice. I love scented soap. And it only takes one bottle. Some people ask me how much, if they can make it stronger. And you know, if it's too strong, instead of being enjoyable, it becomes stinky. So at this point, I'm gonna mix in the essential oil, the fragrance. All right, so I have this little scooper spoon that makes it easier to put it in the molds, a little neater. So I have these little square molds and I'm gonna fill it right up to the top. So nice. It's a very nice, beautiful shade of pink, and it smells really good. This is the green for the creeper. And I'm just gonna keep going until the molds are full. And then the extra, I'll just pour in my little heart mold. It'll be green hearts for the Vulcans. So the reason I said you don't want to bring it to a really stiff trace when you're making soap like this is because you need time to get it in the molds, and then I'm going to do a little artwork on the top of the soap. You need to give yourself some working time. Okay, what I do is I shake them down just a bit, and I'll show you how. It's kind of hard to do when they're full because the molds are floppy, but just kind of. Then I get a paper towel and I just clean this up real quick. All right, now it's time to cover it. Okay, so now that the cardboard's on there, I'm going to put a few towels over it. The reason you put the towels on there is you want it to slowly, slowly, slowly cool down. There it is, all covered up, and I'll be back tomorrow to open it and take it out of the molds. See you then. There's way more Becky's Homestead to watch. Go to my website at beckysHomestead.com and click on topics. Enjoy! Here we are, 24 hours later. I'm gonna open the soap. So let me uncover it. This has been covered for 24 hours. Whoops. I'm just gonna quickly throw those aside because I'm dying to see what it looks like. Oh, what nice colors. So I'm gonna pop all of this out of the molds now. I'm gonna just like stretch it to make it easy. It's the little pig. And these have the very nice cedar wood smell, which I just love the smell of that cedar wood. It's very relaxing. 2 more creepers. Just smooth it out a little. You can see the little eyes and the little nose of the pig. I'm gonna do the creeper now and see how he looks. Make his eyes look blacker. There we go, it's the creeper. That's cute. I bet a lot of kids would like that. This is a modded creeper. He's half pink and half green. Yeah, this one turned out really good. I let this dry, and then what I do is I just put it away like this, kind of crusty. And the next time I make soap, I just rinse this off with hot water and it comes clean in 2 seconds. There we go. Okay, the final step now is going to be to put our soap in the box to cure. Don't forget to set it on your needle point. So I just have a whole pile of needle point. I just stack it all in here. And then we just put the bars in here. Now don't forget, the longer it cures, the better, but minimum. I actually would, now that I've been making soap for a long time, I like to let it cure for 8 weeks. I think it just makes the bar nicer. So try and wait 8 weeks if you can. And there you go, just put it in the closet. The soap isn't ready yet. You have to let it cure for 8 weeks before you use it. There we go. That was so easy and so much fun. And the end result is wonderful, wonderful homemade soap. And you can give it away as gifts or little presents, plus you're gonna love to use it yourself.
Sign up for Becky's Homestead newsletter. Go to beckysHomestead.com and sign up on the right. You'll get articles, news, and specials from Becky every month. Unsubscribe anytime, no spam. If you like this video, click the like button. It really does help us a lot. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video, click the subscribe button.
Are you gonna do some shopping on Amazon? Start by going through our link to get there. You don't pay 1 penny more, but we get a small percentage. The Amazon link is on the top right of beckysHomestead.com. Thanks so much.